What's up, everybody? Anthony Frieda here. I got a great guest, Badumbiz guest. His name is Matt Olsson. Super cool guy, very talented musician. He's sitting behind a pair of drums, and it's just here's another drum hang, man. Welcome, Matt.
Thanks for having me.
Anytime, sir. Anytime, dude. So what's going on, man? What's happening in your life? We're in the COVID times, pandemic times.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I've been taking deep rest, deeply relaxing. I was on tour. I mean, right prior to the pandemic, I was touring, playing bass, actually.
Oh, shit.
And, which is a blast.
Wow.
Such a blast. But, we had to end our tour like 3 days early because when we were on stage, like the last gig we played, while we were on stage, the NBA canceled their season, and everybody was like, "Oh shit!"
Oh, I heard that on other podcasts.
Yeah,
that was the moment for like entertainment world.
Yeah, that was when I was like, okay. So the next day we were at like Cracker Barrel, and just like. We can't do these last 3 gigs. And so yeah, I've been relaxing and practicing a bit, but, mostly trying to focus on, I've been recording a lot, trying to get my, like, remote session thing happening. I had wanted to develop that, like, remote recording session thing for a while, and then... the pandemic happened, and I was like, "Oh shit, I like have to."
Now you have to,
and then I actually like did.
Yeah.
So, if I wasn't stuck with like nothing to do, then I don't know if I would have spent the past year or so, like recording and getting the whole remote thing going. So.
Well, the recording thing, as you know now, is. A lot of it is just trial and error.
Yeah.
And like developing an ear to know what sounds good, what you want to hear versus what is, like when you're especially EQing and stuff like that and compressing. So you had all the time, like you had all the time to go through that and learn that,
Yeah.
Which is great because it sounds as though you were touring a lot, right?
Yeah. I mean, for the past like 6 years, pretty much have been pretty solid. A lot of tours, yeah, which is a blast, and like it's like the best job ever, in some way, it's got like anything is good and bad, but I love it, and I love getting to travel and play, and so yeah, that kind of like that ended, and nobody really has a good idea when it'll come back, so that's just what's happening.
Who were you on tour with when you guys got that news and had to cancel the tour pretty much?
I was playing bass for my friend Dave Hawes. It's like rock and roll songwriter, like so fun. And I mean, like to be honest, I was when he hit me up to do that, because he and I had done some tours before and when I was playing with other bands, and we always got along, and it's like, so he hit me up, he's like, Miles is leaving the band, and I need you to play bass. I was like, this is like the one instrument that I don't know how to play.
Yeah, because like for any listeners, like Matt, I know Matt from playing drums, but the guy can literally, you write your own songs, you play guitar, you sing.
Yeah.
You've played like percussion. You've played like that new classical percussion shit too. Like
it's just so fun.
You are very well rounded as a musician. So
I like to dabble.
You like to dabble, but you do a little bit better. Like it sounds good. How about that?
Right.
It sounds
convincing
good
dabbling. Yeah.
Yes. So you're playing bass and you're not used to that instrument. But can we talk about that real fast?
Yeah.
Because I've started to discover, and just me dabbling, which is not sounding good dabbling on the bass in the last like year or two.
Right.
It's a hard instrument.
It's so hard.
It's like, it's not about playing the note. It's can you make that fucking note sound really good?
Yeah.
And it takes a lot of sensitivity and development of that sensitivity on the finger and all that shit. So tell me, like, did you hit any walls trying to? Or were you just like
continually hitting them? Yeah.
Really?
It's like I play all that other stuff. Like I started playing guitar when I was like 16 because I really wanted to write a song. So that's kind of how that started. And I never really took it serious. Like I was really serious about drums from starting around that time. But, guitar and stuff I always played for fun. But, so I understand the layout of an instrument tuned in fourths or whatever. So like I understood the mechanics to start with of the bass when I picked it up. But it was an instrument that I always wanted to learn, and I've always been fascinated by because I'm a drummer. And so I just never really had a good reason to pick one up and like work on it. But dude, it's crazy because so many of the things that are important to me as a drummer help me on the bass with like staying out of the way, keep it simple. And as you say, like, it's so funny. Like, if sometimes the bass just plays one note, you get one chance. Like, you know what I mean? It's like that one. It seems so simple to just like play a whole note, but like we do it on the drums. Like when you hit a big whole note, it has to be right. You know, it's like
that's right. You got to make something that can sound ugly, easy, sound beautiful.
Yeah.
That's a very classical percussion thing too. So you have that understanding
right
already. So how long did it take you to get a little bit confident to like did you go right to performing or did you go like rehearsing? You went right to performing?
He was like, hey, I need a bass player. I didn't even have a bass.
Wow.
And it was like, we're going on tour in like a couple months.
Wow.
So I had like a month or two to get it together. And, I borrowed a bass from a friend before I bought one. And, we literally I flew to California to Dave's house and we did one rehearsal day.
Wow.
And then went on tour and like, so the nice part is that if that really kicks your ass into gear because, it's one thing to practice. I love to practice.
Sure.
But you get so many different, like so much different information about you yourself as a player and your weak spots.
Sure.
From performing, so kind of like did skip the whole like years in the shed thing with the bass. So I am catching up in a lot of ways, but the being thrown into the deep end like that really pushed me, more than I would have pushed myself if I was just practicing for like a year or whatever,
Are you the type of guy? You always seem like this type of guy. Like, this is an ongoing. Like music is an ongoing learning adventure.
I think of it as like a video game with infinite levels.
There you go.
Just like, like the type of video game where you run around and you can like, you can do the story or you could find all the treasure chests or, there's like an infinite number of ways you can play this game.
Yeah.
And, like I just naturally like I try to play my best all the time, but I'm very aware that there's still more work to do.
Yeah.
And that doesn't like make me feel bad. Like that makes me fucking pumped. I'm like, I'm stoked. Like I could just keep doing this, I could just keep like pulling the thread and see what happens.
That's that's like the ideal attitude to have.
You gotta have it because it can really bum you out.
Oh, dude, I know. Believe me, I know. Oh my god, dude.
Like, especially comparing yourself to others and like,
Oh, I suffer from that, man.
and like the crazy thing with music is that like your progress is so like glacial, like the tiniest unnoticeable increments of improvement, but if you just keep at it,
Yeah.
it happens. It's like
Yeah, man.
there's no great mystery or like trick or you just have to like chip away at the iceberg.
And that's what it really is.
Yeah,
Or that's what I should say. That's what it feels like.
right.
Even though you're building the iceberg, like you're building a big
Yeah.
snowman or something.
Right.
You know? and then that snowman will, it will be, and that's what I mean by it's lifelong, because those skills, man. What from practicing, it's like, I mean, have you ever tried to play a rhythm or some excerpt from one of those pieces that you did years ago from like percussion, and you're like, how did that go again? And you start playing it,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, there it is. Like it never left.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing. It could be 5 years
Yeah.
since you played
I
it.
have that with like, I have a weird memory like that with songs. Like,
Do you?
and songs that I haven't thought about in years. Like if they're just locked in my brain, and I have the worst memory. Like I can't remember anything,
Yeah.
but I can remember a song. But I would have to hear it. Like as soon as I hear it,
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, I know exactly what this song is doing.
Isn't it wild?
It's so weird.
It is weird. Like, and details about the song.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like crazy details about the song. Yeah, man. All right, so let's just talk about it real fast, because I do want to mention, or I mentioned it already, but I do want to talk to you about it. Is that it was a surprise to me after, because we met in college. It was a surprise to me, like how good you were at singing and playing guitar, like writing songs.
Oh, thank you.
I saw you years ago perform at a show, might have been in a house
Probably.
or something in
Yeah.
Montclair, and it was very good, man.
Thank
Very
you.
good.
Yeah.
And that was one of those moments where I was like, oh, Matt is one of those people that piss me off. Like, you're just fucking great at everything. You know what I mean? You're really good at everything. And but however, it's not like gifted. It's not
Right.
It's not prodigy. It's like you're just hungry.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Fucking love it. You perform with that love, and that's intoxicating, even
Yeah.
to a musician.
Right.
And in fact, we prefer that.
Well,
Right.
yeah. I mean, the passion, like, if someone has passion, it's like, it can be like pretty apparent, and I think we gravitate towards that as musicians because, it makes you want to do better, and then it's like a chain reaction of like exploration. You know what I mean? Like, I see someone with passion, and that I'm like, well, I can't like pretend now that I've seen, someone really go for it. I owe it to, the people listening, and I just feel like I owe the audience or whatever, like my best all the time. And
I love that. I love that, and
Yeah.
I bet you that it's. I've been having this conversation lately, that I sometimes I think that when we perform, like whether it's a solo artist, a
Yeah.
duo, a band, and it's on a show at a venue, local venue, and let's say there's 3 bands, and you get 35 minutes.
Yeah.
Have you seen it where there's like a contract between the performers on stage and the audience, and the performers on stage go on stage and they perform that 35 minutes with this idea in mind: you're all going to stand there and watch me,
Right.
and then clap at the end of every song.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to ask you to purchase my music or follow me on whatever social media. But I could, as that performer, I could suck
Right.
and still expect you to clap at the end. So those people, those audience members,
Yeah.
are having their time and attention abused.
Right.
Have you seen that? I mean, you've seen that, right? A few
I've
times.
seen all sorts of punishing
right?
music, but
But you
yeah.
owe it to that crowd
yeah,
because you you do have their you're asking for their attention and time.
Of course. Well, yeah, and that like, you know, you have to be grateful to have an audience because I mean I've done probably hundreds of gigs where fucking nobody showed up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so I maybe that's part of it. Like, I honestly think people should be more honest with their feedback. Like,
I agree,
if
man.
if it's dude, if I hate the music, if I'm not feeling it, I will not clap.
Yeah, dude.
I don't clap, but I never heckle. But I maybe I had a like pretty formative experience. My first tour, I was 16. I took 2.5 weeks off high school to do this tour. My parents were down. It was awesome.
Nice.
And I was filling in for my friend Craig's band. It was like a punk band, and this was like mind blowing to me. He's like, "We're gonna fly to Hollywood. The first show is at House of Blues in L.A." And it's like there was like 1,000 crust punks there, and something happened. The guitar player had wireless for some reason. It went down. Craig, my friend, touches his acoustic guitar to like do a number while they fix it, and as soon as he touches the guitar, this whole fucking crowd just booed, like 1,000 punks booing. And it's like our second song we're opening bands. So I like
just because he touched an acoustic guitar,
and it happened 2 nights in a row. The same Colorado, the next thing, same exact thing happened. So but dude, I don't know if you ever had that many people boo you.
No, I haven't.
It's so fucking powerful. It is like it's soul crushing, but in an awesome way. And like, now it's funny to me. Of course, it's hilarious.
It's hilarious.
But it was also like huge for me and like such a benefit for me to have that experience. So just like these people, especially if you're not headlining, if you're an opening band, these patrons owe you nothing. You have to like connect with them. It's like it's on you. Like you're performing. You have to find a way to connect and like engage with them. And just be grateful for the opportunity for, to be in front of them.
Absolutely.
I think people take that audience for granted, and it's like big mistake.
I would say you would agree with this, that every audience you can't treat an audience like a general audience. Like
right.
You're in a different you were in a different city or something, different state, like the night before. This audience is a completely different set of people.
Yeah.
And they deserve their own respect.
Oh, yeah, dude.
And appreciation, right? So...
Well, that's like... I played in a band that... everybody has their different way of doing the gig. Mm-hmm. And some people, when you're on tour... Because I've toured with like 5 or 6 different bands. But, so everybody's got their own way.
Yeah.
Like, I played with this band, Lucky Chops, and it was like... A lot of this arrangement stuff was consistent, but there was opportunities to like stretch out and try something. That was cool. But other bands want to have a consistent gig each night, and I just like that's cool. I mean, that's cool. The band becomes so like rock solid, like fucking granite. It's like.
Of course.
Especially night after night on tour, but I always felt like I kind of wanted, I just gravitate more towards let's feel it out tonight and like, because you you can't have the same show. Dave, my friend that I play bass for, he's always just like, you can't play the same fucking set on Friday night that you play on Monday. Like it's total, like the Monday night show is like such a different vibe.
Oh my God.
So
everybody was working that day,
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, sometimes the Monday night thing, people go fucking wild, but
nice.
You just got to kind of feel it out and be open to that. And like treat each audience as a new experience. I mean, in Canada, dude, like they always have, for some reason, they always have like some tables and chairs at the back.
Really?
Like even in like huge venues there.
Yeah.
They just have like some tables and chairs, and it's really a weird kind of vibe because, there's just like mixed standing and sitting. So Canadian people are so nice and like really pleasant, love music, but their shows tend to be really mellow. And that, so you're playing and you're like, wow, everybody hates this. But after the show, you're just like, wow, that was so great.
Yeah.
We loved it,
Yep.
And it's like, wow, you just like stood there like
That's right.
like catatonic for like 30 minutes, but they were enjoying it. So
course.
it's yeah, every crowd is different. And it's
Your perspective as a drummer, and then you understand the bass.
yeah,
But anybody, any sort of drummer and bass player, you're more of a service role in the band.
yeah,
Very not if you are an attention-seeking drummer, it's obvious
yeah,
and it's kind of gross,
yeah.
right?
It's
But
irresponsible.
a little, yeah, exactly. Yes, that's right. But that perspective of serving, right,
Yeah,
and not paying attention to anything outside your role and your responsibility on stage,
right.
allows you to see this perspective of this Monday night crowd is not the past Saturday night crowd we had. This is a
Right,
completely
right.
different crowd. When the singer, I guess the model of the rock band, the singer doesn't need to think about that because they're here for me. And I have to be in this persona or this character. And I got to tell you, like, that has probably worked for 60 years or something like that.
Right,
but
right.
we might be coming to the end of that.
Well, I'm happy to report that I played with a few singers that are not about that like persona or anything, and
Which is fantastic.
yeah,
to hear,
like
man.
dude, my friend Dave that I was just playing with, Dave Hawes, he's such a compelling front man because he's got funny shit to say like right off the cuff, but he's always down to engage with the crowd.
It's fantastic.
And it's more like it's less about like there's a us and them, and it's more about we're all doing this together. We
Yeah.
just happen to be the people plugged in with things, but we're all part of this whole thing.
Absolutely.
Crowd and band, like so yeah, I mean there's all different kinds. I mean, I think that you can see that in any instrument where there's the people that are like working to serve the song, even a singer, and then there's the people that the song is like a vessel for them to be great, which like can be cool, but I think if it doesn't come from like a pure place, it comes off like really lame,
Really
like,
fucking lame.
yeah.
Really fucking
So,
lame.
but I mean, any instrument could be guilty of that.
I agree with that. I think the best scenario though is when it's a band and a singer situation. Man, when you see the band interact with each other, and it's not like they're like they're improvising like in a combo. It's not like that. They're playing
Right.
their parts, but they're playing in a way to sort of like stimulate each other. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
you kind of, it could be like eye contact between the bass and the drummer, or
yeah,
drummer and the guitar player, or something like that at a certain point in the song.
yeah,
If it's genuine like that, there's a vibe between the members on stage, and they just let go of the burden of the job type
Sure.
of body language. Like, I'm doing a job type
Right,
of
right.
thing. And you kind of let loose. It still sounds phenomenal,
yeah.
right? But it feels different
Oh
because
yeah.
of that passion and energy. And
Well, yeah, I think
know.
I think like and I don't want to get too wild here, but I really connect with a lot of like Buddhist kind of things, and I
Go for
I
it,
think
man.
I think anytime you can be present in like the now, especially with music, in life in general, but it's like essential for music to be present.
Yeah.
And like I think that's what you're kind of referring to, like when people are communicating on stage, with like body language or whatever, the audience likes that because they are seeing like they're seeing behind the curtain in a certain way, but there's a connection where like both those people are really focused in the moment.
Yeah.
And that's what music is all about, is creating a moment.
That's right.
That stretches for, 45 minutes or whatever. But, like it's all about being present. And that's how you like tying it back to the audience thing. Like that's how you connect with an audience, is to like be present and invite them to be in that present moment with you.
Yep.
And because and how many times have you done this where you're playing and you're either thinking about a thing that's coming up or like a thing you just did, like, I fucking, I hit a rim on that drum fill, and then it messes you up in that moment. And it's like,
yep.
At some point it just became really obvious to me, like, I've like thinking ahead to a tricky part or thinking of a mistake I just made always causes me to have a mistake in the present moment.
That's right.
Like, because I'm taking my brain out of the listening.
Yep.
And so that to me is the secret. It's like the only activity you should allow your brain while you're performing is to listen.
Yeah.
And that's the best
Most
way
important.
to be like present in the moment. And then you can be aware of those like subtle things and communicate.
Dude, I gotta tell you, like, even like having these conversations in the last couple months with this show, and then not being able to go on stage,
Right.
being so far away from it, and then be able to look at it. I've noticed, I've really come across like thoughts of, wow, how dysfunctional this has been for bands and artists, and like this needs to change for the future for it to be better. And then also like, what's the true value of, we were talking about like the audience's attention, man. They can fucking leave your show and go on YouTube, outside and smoke a cigarette, for the rest of the night and have a great time,
Right.
and then say, oh, I was at that show,
Yeah.
but I didn't really like it. And they're right. They're not wrong to
Right,
say
right.
I didn't like it. To say that was bad, that's wrong. But unless they're really fucking bad. But what I noticed is it's definitely changed. You have to look at music different now because of what's the access to it. Like, the access to it is now online content, right? Even your drummers.
Yeah.
So you're not going to see the drummer behind, working gears and pulling levers with the bass player on stage. Now you're seeing the drummer in frame. Right. Center frame. Maybe it's a collab video and they're taking up the corner of the screen, whatever it might be. But they're on. So now I'm thinking, okay, if I'm in frame as a drummer, what's my face usually doing when I play? And it's funny that like listening and that presence, I think I am in that zone of I'm listening to the whole product when I'm on stage. Like, I love that. But you can tell I'm not in the room.
Right.
Like, my eyes are not in the room. I could look through you, when I'm in that state. And I think, is that good? Is that a good thing? I'm starting to realize, like, okay, so if all of this is about communication, we're communicating to the audience, hey, this is fun. Listen to this.
Right.
Like, here, have fun with this. Like, this is cool. I'm having fun. But that's all we're communicating. But I'm not communicating that with my face. I think anybody who's not sitting down is communicating that with their body language. The guitarist and the singer ham it up with their facial expressions.
Sure.
Like, you know what I mean? But as the drummer, we don't need to do that until now. Right. So if I want to put on a piece of content, that content is absolutely, without a doubt, competing for the attention of somebody. And it's competing with TikTok videos. Yeah. With big podcasts, with fucking anything, like even scrolling through Instagram. It's competing
you're competing with porn.
It's competing with porn too, you know what I mean? Like, you're competing for attention.
You're competing with like cats, licking the faucet.
That's right. That's right. And like, I'm thinking about it now, and you gotta change that, right? So then, okay, so when it's time to go back on stage, is the stage performance going to be better? Because I really hope it is. I hope that musicians realize like all we have to offer that Netflix and any streaming thing, all we have to offer is the live music experience.
Right.
Nobody else can deliver that like we can.
Right.
And I think that's what comedians have too, is the live comedy.
Sure.
That energy in the room, you know? Like, but Netflix can't recreate that.
No.
So then, no more shitty performers on stage.
Well, that's the hope. I mean,
That's the hope, right?
Well, I mean, my fear, though, you know, not to be negative, but my
okay.
fear is that a lot of the, you know, like only the rich people are going to be able to hang on, and you know what I mean. Like the really successful musicians can weather this storm easier than, you know, people who do it more as a passion.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's kind of sad, but I think, like, I don't know, as far as like the content thing, like, I don't know if you noticed, but I'm kind of like a 90-year-old man on the internet. Like,
I don't see anything from you.
Dude, the pose, and I've like thought about it a bit. I've always been like, shit, you know, I should just like, next time I'm in the studio, I'll fucking put my GoPro in the corner, and you know, I'll put the audio together. But anytime I get into the video thing, it's kind of like linear shredding chops. Like anytime I've tried to do it, I'm like, this is so fucking tedious and boring to me. Yeah. Like, I have no interest in doing it. Like, trying to sync up the audio and the video, it drives me bananas. So I'm like, fuck this. Like, this is not for me. And, you know, I've been lucky to be able to, like, have people calling me to do stuff without, I mean, because, dude, in the, you know, the 6-7 years that I've been touring, like, I've never gotten a gig from Instagram. Like, no one's ever called me up being like, hey, dude, I saw your...
That's right.
Granted, I didn't really try to, like, pursue that, but, you know, it's just something that doesn't interest me, and I don't understand it, you know, like... And I follow a lot of drummers, and some of the stuff I like, some of it I laugh at, and you know, it's like, but I don't know about you, but lately I get a lot of like sponsored posts from drummers. Do you do this?
From actual drummers?
Yeah.
I haven't gotten those. No.
Oh yeah, me and my buddy Kevin get tons, and it's like. Some of them are cool. It's like, or, you know, it's like a kid, and, you know, like, this is fun. Like, they're, you know, on the Instagram or whatever. But some of them are so comical. And I want to comment so bad, but I'm like, I can't cyberbully people. But.
Well, you know, if it makes you feel better, like, I knew that about you over the years. Like, okay, he's clearly not into the, you know, it would be great to see him put out some content. Sure. It's good.
I do my little trickle.
Dude, but there was never a thought of, Matt's not doing anything. No, I know that you're doing the thing that we all want to do. You're on tour. You're performing your ass off, you're writing. So that is really the most ideal for a musician, is to be doing that stuff. To be so busy doing that stuff, there really is no time to make content. Yeah. And that's where, like, managers and a team of people come in to produce that content for you, right? So, believe me, never was a thought. Like, I always remember going like, okay, well, Matt's busy. I haven't seen the fucking guy, you know. It would be cool though, because now that you are recording and you do the remote recording session stuff, right? You're like recording your own drum tracks, I guess, and sending them to people, right? Yeah. The video thing is not as hard as you think. I could help you out with that stuff. Nice. I completely understand, though. It is
so annoying.
Sometimes it could be a real pain in the tits. Dude. Yeah. I mean, it's just like, you know, like it happened to me a few weeks ago. It's like, why did the frame go like this or something like that on my? What was that static in the? I was just fucking playing here, and the camera's there, and it was just recording for like 20 minutes. I can't fix it. You know, is this thing ruined, or do I just put it up imperfect? Right. You know? Right. And then there's the whole thing of like fuck, I lined up the audio to the audio of the video, but it's still not in sync. What
Yeah.
the, and then it's like, and then you got to think, all right, let me watch this 1,000 times. Okay, it looks like the sound is happening after I strike.
Yeah.
So where do I have to move the audio?
So,
I mean, it does get tedious.
Well, dude,
for sure.
and tying it back to another earlier thing of like
Sure.
so I got a GoPro a couple years ago for Christmas or whatever, like, oh, this is gonna be great. I'm gonna fucking post like crazy,
Yeah.
But what I found was, first off, it was really frustrating and hard to figure out, and I'd be like ready to go on stage, like trying to connect my fucking phone and I'm like, dude, I'm about to be performing in a minute. Like, why? I don't want to be fucking distracted by this thing.
That's right.
And then not for nothing, but like I can't have a camera on me without thinking about
That's right.
I'm on a camera.
That's right.
So I could never figure out how to stop thinking about that. So I just made it a point to be like, I mean, if there is a camera, it's not going to be mine. Like, I just don't, and like, especially for live and the studio, like, I'm way more concerned with how it sounds it looks like. And that's why, like, I don't worry about my face or anything. I'm not thinking about the visual aspect of what's happening, because everything is in service to what it sounds like.
That's right.
And I think that, like, as you're saying, how it's like it's hard to connect now that we're cutting a drum video track and then send it to the guitar player it's like people are piecing together these songs. There's not as much live playing together in a room, but I think, and maybe because of recording a lot, I've done a lot of sessions where I'm just playing to like a scratch track.
Yep.
And I have to kind of like feel like I'm driving a whole band.
That's right.
When it's just like a twinkly guitar and like a out-of-tune vocal or whatever it is. Like, I have to like I basically have to imagine and put myself in that moment of like driving a band.
That's right.
And that's like a hard thing to do at first.
Absolutely.
To like know how far to go, and like, and you have to kind of discuss it with the artist and the producer or whatever. But, like, it's kind of something I'm used to, where, especially recording, where, you have to like be in the moment. And even when there's like nothing going on.
Yeah.
But I think that if you really like focus on the now and like really tune into like making it feel good. If you feel good in that moment, it doesn't matter what it looks like, people are going to connect with it. Because I think that's the thing they connect with more than like, I mean, drums are a visual instrument, like it looks cool,
sure,
but more than connecting visually, I really think it's one of those like ethereal, like, it's like we're connecting through the ether of like, I'm feeling good, and that somehow like transmits even through your screen or whatever. Like, dude, Darryl Jones is a great example, because like you can always see. I mean, he is visual. He's always bopping, you know, and you could just tell it feels good for him to play.
Yep.
And even when it's so like jagged and like unpredictable, you can't help but like feel good and like feel the beat that he's not like, he's like, the pulse is there, but he never plays it, but it's still somehow so strong.
He's having fun. He's definitely enjoying himself.
Yeah.
When he plays, without a doubt. I mean, another guy who always looks like the happiest when he plays, and it looks genuine, is Carter Beauford.
Oh yeah, he's pumped.
I mean, that's what, it's funny. Like, if you ask me, you can have either Carter Beauford's ability to drum or his happiness when he drums. I would choose his happiness.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because he just looks so like he's enjoying every fucking note, and he's making eye contact with the guys on stage. I mean, that guy, and that is intoxicating,
Yeah.
without a doubt. Without a
And
doubt.
I think if it comes from a pure place, like the more simply you can get there, the more consistently you can get there.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's coming from a pure place of you're just like, wow, I just love playing with this bass player, guitar player, I just love this riff or, whatever. As long as you can be genuine and like just simply be like, I'm just going to fucking listen in this moment and enjoy that. And like, it's easier to do than being like, okay, I'm going to nail this like complicated lick at 142 BPMs and
fuck that shit. That I will say like, as far look, I'm a viewer and an audience member too.
Yeah.
Right. When I see these drum videos, I look for that feeling that you talk about. Ooh, this feels fucking good, man.
Yeah, yeah.
If I'm not in my head, then I'm gonna just exit the video or scroll past it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're doing some crazy little lick, I don't care. I actually don't. I've seen so many licks.
Yeah.
There's only so much of that actually is truly valuable.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, I guess it's so funny. It's just if a drummer right now, living in a city where you can't really perform, what do you got? And that's why I was saying, like, man, I guess making content, and even that, the whole learning curve, like you were saying before about, learning how to record drums, such a learning curve.
It's a whole nother lifelong endeavor.
Whole other endeavor.
Yeah. Well, and I will say I'm like kind of on the fence with it because I've done a lot of recording sessions, and that's something that I've always wanted. That was like kind of before I was even in college, when I was in high school, I was like, I want to just be like Steve Gadd and fucking just record every day.
Yeah.
And so that's always been something I was really interested in. And, but I have to say, like, doing, like, you don't want to do two jobs. At least this is what I'm finding for myself is I don't want to be doing two jobs because I can't, like, if I'm going in to record a drum part, I don't want to be worried about phase and this thing and that thing or EQ because I want to just be thinking about playing the drums.
Yeah.
Like, are they in tune? Do they sound cool? Cool, that's done. Like, I just want to think about the song and how to play it. And I don't want to be pressing record, stop, so I've been finding personally that, I mean, I can do it, but I don't enjoy it too much where I'm an engineer and a drummer, like, because you can't really focus on either one too much.
It is hard. It is very difficult. It's a lot of work.
Yeah. And then you're like constantly flipping back and forth between like drum brain and audio brain. You're like, I'm doing takes and I'm like, oh, this snare drum needs a little more top end. And it's like, I don't have a usable take yet. Like I'm like getting derailed by compressor and EQ,
Oh, yeah.
That can easily derail you from what is the feel, like,
that's right.
What do I have to play?
I do think though that if you can create that magic the same way you would on stage, just with no crowd, like think about sound check.
Yeah.
That's what you need to record.
Oh yeah.
And you can get away with an imperfect mix or something like that. What I mean by imperfect is the snare drum didn't have enough high end.
Sure.
Like there's a plugin that can fix that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? As soon as I start getting like really scientific about it and fucking surgical about it, with like the mic placement and the phase is important. So you got to measure, right? I mean, it's not hard. Like things like that when you figure it out, okay, it's not that hard. Where I get off the rails is when it's like, fuck, I want it to sound more hip hoppy, or I want it to sound more electronic-y, and I'm just hours into trying to mix fucking with an EQ, fucking with a compressor.
Yeah.
I mean, doing leveling, and that's where I get too surgical. But I try not to get surgical in recording. In fact, I usually just do a bunch of takes, and then I'll just go, "This is what I got."
Right, right.
I'll listen back. Like, okay, that's good enough.
Yeah.
And then I don't get precious about it. Because that's the thing. If you think about it, if you had a precious audio engineer, and I'm sure you've had this situation. All right, man, hey man, we're gonna do another take. Hey man, we're gonna do another take. You know, hey man, can you hit that snare a little harder? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, you'll do 30 takes, but you're just hanging out, like playing.
Oh, dude, I'm playing drums. I'm pumped.
You're not having to do anything, but okay, play. You know,
yeah.
that's it. So yeah, I believe me, I get it. I wanted to ask you too. So you're using Pro Tools? Are you like are you using that outboard gear at all?
Oh
that
yeah.
you talked about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of preamps, and there's a lot of a couple compressors and stuff. The main thing that I love is to put the room mic through to the stressor he has. Ooh. That's like just such a game changer. And basically what I'm doing is I'm trying to get raw. I'm not really looking for finished product.
Okay.
I'm looking for like the raw source drums that someone will mix.
That somebody will mix. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I'm just trying to do like, get the essentials, basically like the close mics.
Mm-hmm.
I generally do like a mono overhead.
Yeah.
I just personally enjoy that.
Yeah.
But, like 2 room mics, one that is processed through the stressor and one that's not. And just basically like give someone something that they could do anything with in that mixing stage. And because, I mean, the mixing is like the dark sorcery of the shit. Like, and
oh shit,
it's like, that's why I'm always like, I don't know if I want to go down this road. Like, because number one, like drums are such an expensive thing because of all of our stupid knickknacks and like tiny parts.
Cymbals.
Yeah, cymbals. And so, but like, dude, if there's anything that's worse than drums, it's pro audio. It's like recording gear. Because there's preamps, EQ, right. There's all this outboard gear, all these expensive mics.
Yep.
Like software, like it's a whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
And so like, I don't know if I'm like really down. I mean, I'm doing it now out of necessity.
Yeah.
And I'm really enjoying it and I'm really learning a lot, but I'm like, I just would much rather just focus on the drums.
Dude,
and
get that
like
sure.
Like I try not to get too hung up on like getting a finished sound at the kit, when I'm doing it. I just try to do like I mean, I'm not trying to get that finished sound with the studio gear. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to do like I normally would for any session. I'm trying to get the drums in the room to sound as close, because I'm constantly dialing in my kit. Like, it always changes, depending on the song and whatever. So I just always was that way. Like, I never had like, this is my setup. I mean, there's been times where I've had consistent setups, but it's
more like this song needs this setup.
Yeah, right? I'll just put this here. I'll put a fucking towel on my floor tom and my keys here. You just do what works and try to get the sound that you need at the source, and then hope that somebody mixes it right.
That's a cool thing though that you're doing, and for anybody who doesn't know what Matt's talking about is, it would I guess it would be like if you're making like the perfect bread for the sandwich shop.
Oh yeah.
To make like killer sandwiches. Like everybody's the attention is on the sandwich shop, right? And that's where the final product's made. It's where people are going to.
Yeah.
So, but you are creating such a great foundation for what goes in that sandwich.
Yeah.
Essentially. So yeah, man, like getting the perfect raw drum sounds.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. And it actually is, as you know, it's actually not that easy to do. Right? Because so many there are so many factors that could be tweaked,
Oh yeah.
right? And as you know now, and it could be something as simple as, I think that snare needs a little bit more tape.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
I think that drum's out of tune or something. It could be so
Yeah.
simple, and that could be 30 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, all right, I think it's in tune. I think what's that hum? Ah, fuck, it's a floor tom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like things like that. So hey, man, I'm glad you're doing it though, because obviously
Me
it's
too.
a skill you're never gonna forget.
Yeah.
It's gonna come in handy. Dude, we should maybe play a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we could chat about drums or what we like or what's something you've been working on. What's a beat that's in your head? Anything that comes to mind, we could play.
Yeah, I haven't played a lot this past week, so I'm thirsty for drums right now.
Let's do it.
I don't know. I as far as like my practice goes, like really simplified things, and I'm like pretty obsessed with the ritual. The Alan Dawson.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Steve tried to get me on that when I was at school, and I was like, Steve, I hate this so much.
It's hard.
Please don't make me do this.
With the brushes, right?
With everything.
With everything?
Yeah, like, I mean, it's hard as fuck to do with brushes.
So hard.
Um,
Do you want to play a little bit of it? Just like a little sample?
yeah, I was going to say that basically, like, it's given me two huge concepts.
Okay.
And one of them is basically like playing because I do my expanded ritual now. Like I've like broken down so many aspects of it, but I got it from two things that he does. One thing, he plays across the different rates, eighth note, triplet, 16 note, whatever, and he displaces some of them. Like for the flam accent 1, there's flam accent 2 and 3, where it's basically that rudiment just moved over one space.
Okay.
And so I do that now with all of them. And I do all of them, like, I basically won't do it with a metronome anymore. I'll do it to a song or like a Fela Kuti or something that just like zones out on a groove for a long time. And I'll just play whatever subdivisions I can get to in that thing. And like, it's ridiculously fun because he does it with the paradiddle thing, like the different rates. He's doing his. So like the triplet thing, there's a cool little lick in there if you move it around to different beats. So he's starting the triplet one, and I'll do it with the ride and the snare. So that's starting it on the beat 1. Wow. So now I would take that and just go through each thing. So I'd be like, on beat 1, and starting on the second triplet. One of them, if you started on beat 2 in like a jazz context, there's like a sick little lick in there. So I've just been exploring every like tiny little nuance of that ritual, man. I'm obsessed with it. I'm obsessed with doing it.
I have it written down somewhere, and I should start fucking practicing.
It's so juicy, dude. It is so juicy because it's like daunting at first because it's like 12 pages of just rudiments.
Yeah.
With that foot pattern thing, but like nothing gets my hands together like doing the ritual. And I'm not like a shreddy guy. Like at some point I was like, this shredding is so tedious, so much work.
Yeah.
To like get these things that nobody wants to hear.
Nobody wants to hear it.
And
Isn't that funny?
I think for me the biggest thing was when I started to write songs, because that changed my whole mindset. And I was like, Because then I heard it in my shit, and I was like, "What is it? You know, this like the flashy stuff is fucking up my vibe.
Yeah.
You know, like you got to stay out of the way of the song." So I'm very much like, I don't see a use in really complex, fast licks or whatever.
I agree.
I'm just like,
We've had enough of them.
I'm a meat and potatoes guy.
Yes,
I'm like
sir.
a 60-year-old man in a 31-year-old man's body.
That's right.
Like, and I'm happy. Like, you
Yeah.
know.
If you did a mini documentary about how the individual plays differently. and you
Oh,
just took-
dude, I'm fascinated by it.
right? If you took 30 drummers who are good
Yeah.
and have professional experience on stage and in a recording studio, and you just had them play the same beat, and it could be 4 measures, or it
Yeah.
could be 8 measures, let's
Yeah.
say. Same tempo, same beat. I mean, I would watch the shit out of that, dude. But if you had them play the same lick, I would go, why would I watch? No,
Yeah.
goodbye.
Yeah.
Cats. Let's watch Cats instead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I could give a fuck
Yeah.
about licks.
I would scroll on.
Do you know what I said to a student recently, an adult student, within the last like 2 months? I felt a little bad because I think it came off wrong. But he came to me, he's like, and he's a total beginner, but like very coming, like putting it together fast,
It's coming in hot.
coming in hot.
Yeah.
And he's doing really
Good for
well, where
him.
he's
Yeah.
now like playing with a group. And
Nice.
he's talking about, playing this groove. But I was trying these fills. I want you to help me get these fills. And he starts playing a groove. Groove sounds good, man, for a
Yeah.
beginner. And then he fucks up some bullshit fill.
Yeah. Yeah.
I told him, I'm like, look, man, I'm going to tell you straight up. I don't give a fuck about your fills. I don't care, man. Because that's not valuable to
Yeah,
me,
yeah.
to the people you're playing with, and really to yourself. Who cares about your fills?
Yeah.
Like, we'll get there.
Yeah.
But, like, your groove is good. Let's make it better.
Right. Right.
And I don't think he understood why I was, like, harsh about, like, I don't give a fuck about your fills.
Yeah.
But that's what you're saying, which is what is important to not what I'm communicating. Well, I guess for you as a songwriter, or if you want to consider yourself like expression, like you're an expressionist on the drums too. You're not just playing a fucking beat. You're trying to express something.
Right.
Yeah, like you need to trim the fat. There could be a lot of fat in there,
Yeah.
which then gets in the way of that communication to the listener.
Yeah.
And that's what I was trying to explain to the guy.
Yeah.
But that's kind of what you're talking about, right?
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to, I think of it as I want to surf the song and I want to totally stay out of its way, but be there when it needs me. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, and like, I guess like to me, the best thing that I took away from studying jazz music, like I never had any illusion that I was going to be some jazz drummer. Like, I think of it as like maybe when I retire, when I'm old, after I've studied it for like 40 years,
Sure.
maybe then I'll play jazz music. Like, and hopefully nothing else, like that would be a nice way to retire or whatever. But, but like, I never was like, cool, I'm going to like fucking move to New York and be a jazz drummer. I was never like thinking that ever. But the huge thing I took away was the ability to improvise, and like, that has served me so well as a session drummer and on stage and everything. And just like, because if you can improvise over, like a Wayne Shorter song, then you should have no problem when someone hits you with the, like, you should have no problem hearing a song that has that kind of feel, like a strum or whatever. You should have no problem surfing that song in real time.
Absolutely.
Improvising, because you don't have to do anything. Like, you could just, like, there's so many songs.
You know what's coming.
That, you just have to be like, okay, I'll just build a little tension
That's it.
into the next part. Like, that's all it is. And, I could play a whole song without ever having a moment that the drums pop out.
Yeah.
Like, and that's like a thing that I've connected with on bass, is like, if you're doing your job right on bass, people really shouldn't hear you.
That's right.
Like they shouldn't notice you. You should
Yeah.
be invisible.
Yeah.
But and the I think his Gary Talent was like, you know, like the only time people notice me is when I go away.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of like,
That is fucking
it's
great.
an awesome way to go about
That's the
it.
clip right there.
That's not, I didn't say that. That's a
Well,
I'm quoting someone
okay.
else. So
Who said that?
I want to say Gary Talent, bass player, but could be wrong here.
That's a fantastic quote, man.
But yeah, like that, he's like, that's how I know I'm doing my job right.
Yeah.
You know, and just it's just so true of the drums as well. And like, there can be times where you have your moment, sure, but there's not too many. Like a
really
great
not.
dude, a great experience I had was my friend Kevin, who runs Backroom Studios here in Rockaway. He was like, got these guys. They're two older dudes, and they're like, they just love to hang out, and they both play guitar, play some songs, drink a bottle of wine, whatever. That's like their Saturday night or whatever.
Sure.
But they need a drummer because they're playing along to like a garage band loop,
Okay.
and they want to play with somebody, but he's like, they don't want any fills. They don't.
That's
They were
fantastic.
just like, you know, he's like, we don't want to hear any fills.
Yeah.
And he's like, we haven't found anyone that can do it, like, because it's
That's
you
so
know,
good.
I don't know what it is of if you feel like, if people feel like I'm doing too little, you know, it's like vulnerable or something, but it's also hard to
So hard.
just make one thing feel good for like 3 minutes.
Like the same measure of music.
Yeah.
Can you make it
And-
sound
And dude, and
the
it,
same?
like, I swear to God, it was just. That's all they wanted. I didn't even hit a crash cymbal. They were like, dude, they were really impressed. Cause I was like early 20s.
Yeah.
I'm a young guy,
Yeah.
and they're older dudes, and they're just like, we did not expect you to like literally not even hit a crash cymbal.
Yeah.
Like, and as a drummer, you're in service, you know, like
It was also a nice challenge too, I'm sure.
sure. And I was like,
Right.
dude, this is, you know, you want to do nothing? Like, I'll give it a try. Like, you know, I'm not against trying anything.
Do you think that I mean in that moment, what I would be thinking of, I'm going to play the same thing the whole time. But can I get these guys to get more excited?
Right.
You know, can I amp them up by playing so fucking well?
Yeah.
You know, like it's subtle, of course, but I don't know if that was something that was going through your head. Like, can I make them feel really good about playing?
Well, I don't know if I wasn't thinking that. I mean, once we were doing it, we
Yeah.
all were pumped.
Good.
So like that was cool. But
Gotcha.
the one thing that I found was like, how can I play the same beat without any fill, without any crash,
Sure.
and have it feel different in the verse and the chorus?
That's right.
And by not, you know, this hi-hat stayed sloshy the whole time. It wasn't like I'm going to close it and open it. It was like, I'm just going to lean on it a little more
Yep.
in the chorus. I'm just going to like lean back in the, you know what I mean?
Physically, it matches physically leaning back.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
like you can do like it's crazy, but you know, it's the same bar of music, and it can have two different feels within the same song.
That's right.
You know, and like there's so much subtle stuff, like subtle ways to influence the music that is way more fascinating to me than like outward stuff.
Absolutely.
And dude, one thing I think about all the time is Mike Lipsy, and when we did drumming. So
Lord Lipsy.
yeah, dude, one of the
Oh, can we actually do a little, like, just like the rhythm? Can you just do the rhythm of drumming on the snare, and I'll play the.
oh dude, I
Just
don't
to
know if
show
I
how
remember.
It's just, isn't it? I was gonna say, let's just phase it.
What is it? think I fucked it up.
No, I shifted over a note. That's
Yeah.
what, I just wanted to capture that.
Yeah.
It's just 20 minutes of that, but
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
but
yeah.
then it phases, so it gets like really shitty sounding, and then there's a new rhythm.
I mean, it's
amazing. It's
it's
amazing.
insane.
Anyway,
Because like the tension happens when the drums come like unglued from each other.
and the tension is the shitty sound I mentioned. Like
Yeah.
it's like a split second of what's happening here. Oh, there it is. Yeah.
But like, so me and Ryan, who was a past guest on the show.
Yes, sir. Ryan McCausland.
He was the rock, and like he was the first part, and I was the second part, and so we had the first phase together. And Mike was like, "You need to stretch this thing the fuck out. Like, you need to, like, don't get to the second sequence too fast, because this is like the whole piece is like an hour of this one idea. So like the first iteration of it needs to be like really dramatic."
And to again, for anybody, this is all fucking a concept that we know what we're talking about. For anybody not knowing what we're talking about, it's the same as row, row, row your boat, and then if Matt goes row, row, row your boat gently down the stream, okay, that whole thing. Except what Matt's doing is not just coming in on that next note. He is purposely playing. He starts in time with row, row, row your boat, and then he starts playing just a slight bit later, and a slight bit later. And that can go on for a minute.
Yeah.
Like until he gets to row, row, row your boat, row, row, you know, like that. Yeah. You know, like but it's this rhythm. And it's got like, it's a cool fucking, like there's four bongos.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it has a cool rhythmic melody to it.
They're tuned and, you know.
They're all, that's right. They have to be tuned to specific pitches. Yeah. So anyway. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
If that makes sense to you.
If you're unfamiliar with phasing,
yes,
and you're interested in drum, because dude, Steve Reich, who composed this piece, he's the reason I was like, I want to play marimba, because I heard his music before I went to Montclair, and I was like, I gotta learn marimba, because just from hearing his shit. So, but so if you're check out phasing on Wikipedia.com. Check out drumming, the piece. It's so fascinating. But back to what Mike said, the thing that I think about is he was like, okay, when you're doing the first phase, don't speed up, because you want to speed up to get to the next thing. But he's like, just think about going faster. He's like, don't play faster. Just think about playing faster.
Interesting.
And dude, it was like, my fucking head was just like, because I was just like, maybe I'll, I'm playing the thing, and in my head I'm like, maybe I'll consider going a little faster, and it was the perfect phase. It just like became unglued, and like that has stuck with me, and I've used it so much, recording especially, where it's like,
that's brilliant.
That's how I get like playing behind the beat or ahead of the beat. I'm like, I'm not trying to play in front of the beat, or trying to hit the drum early. I'm just thinking about maybe doing it. You know what I mean? Like, it's a very subtle internal thing where just it's like when you're driving a car.
Maybe I'll get drunk tonight.
Yeah.
Get drunk.
Like when you're driving a car and you look into your mirror and you unknowingly drift in the direction you're looking.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Like, you don't turn the wheel, you just happen to like go with where your body is going. And so that's how I get that behind the beat, ahead of the beat, or whatever.
And that's again the feel of the simplest beat. And like you were saying before, you got to make the same exact sounds and beat sound different in the verse, and different in the chorus, without
changing anything,
without drastically even changing dynamic, right? Like, pretty much the same dynamic. It has to feel a change in energy, and the way that you're doing that is laying it back for the verse, which is you're thinking slower.
I'm not even thinking about slower. I'm just thinking about laying it back.
Thinking about laying it back. You're not doing anything different. You're just thinking about.
I'm considering doing it. and and like something happens.
I love the. I'm considering. I love that, dude. That's so funny. Oh my god. And then for the chorus, you're thinking about. What do you say? What's the term?
I'm thinking about like leaning on it, like pressing on it a little
leaning
more.
on it. I like that.
Lean
back and then laying back, lean on. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Like, you just want it to be a little more robust, a little wider. There's all these like terms that make no sense in like there's no
drummers are notorious.
I want to go forte, like
paradiddle,
exactly.
Patty fla fla.
Nonsense. Nonsense words.
But we know what
I know exactly. If you tell me to go wider, somehow I know what you mean.
That makes sense to me too.
Yeah.
I think dude, that's fantastic. I'm gonna remember that. I like that. Yeah, don't change anything physically. Just think about
doing it. Consider it.
Consider
it.
And
that stuff is so fascinating to me. The internal thing, because it's not like I feel like I am the pinnacle of technique or like whatever. I feel like I just have everything I need.
Yeah.
Like I've been doing drumming for 20 years. I've been like really serious about it for the last 15, and like I have what I need in order to do this.
Sure.
So I'm way more fascinated with going inward because, if you're trying to just, and this is an amazing thing I picked up from this guy, Ross Robinson. I recorded with him one time, and he was like, if you're trying to just be like heavier than the next guy, or like, like if you're trying to top someone else, you're really only making incremental improvements,
right.
And there's always going to be someone else who will be better or whatever.
Always.
But if you like, instead of trying to climb vertically, if you go deep inward into yourself, and like, because there's only one you find your fucking voice, like lean into what you like, what you listen to, what be comfortable being yourself, and like go inward with the journey. Like there's a lot more to find and a lot more interesting and like valuable stuff for me, just like doing that, like diving into like what makes a beat feel good, like or just just giving it the space to let it feel good, which is its own struggle.
Dude, and then that work that you're doing, that becomes valuable to other musicians who are like, dude, we got to get Matt back in here. That was fucking fantastic. Or let's take him on tour with us. Like things like that will happen because you're providing something. Well, like you said before, you provided something that they didn't know that they were going to get out of that one session with those two guitar players who didn't want you to play any fills. Like you gave them more than what they asked for,
right? And
they didn't even know that they wanted that.
Exactly.
And now they always want that. So you kind of spoiled it for them. Nobody can,
Well, that's how you get called back. That's your job security right there.
That's your job security. That's right.
I mean, it's really essential to, because when you make it about you, like if I make it about myself, nobody fucking likes that. Like, that's not collaborative. That's not fun to work with. But if I, like, especially as a drummer, like you're the foundation of the tune. A lot of times you're the first person putting your part down.
That's right.
So everyone is going to track to you, and like you have to do everything you can to like make the people around you sound good.
That's right.
And people will call you back for that. 100 times before they call you back for the sick lick that you played.
Yeah.
And like, not to disparage any kind of like pursuit of like weird or like niche drum specific things. Like,
you like what you like. People like what they like. But what we're talking about is you're talking about making music, not just drumming.
To me, the like practice pursuit has always been, I think of it as like I'm expanding my like bubble of comfort.
Yeah.
But I never, and when I'm practicing, I want to push the edge of that bubble as far as I can all the time. I want to like feel out the edges, but when I'm playing when I'm on a gig or recording, I never want to even come close to the edge. That's why I want to keep spreading out my like sphere of understanding so that I can check out different places without getting to the edge of what I can play.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, because like you really only need the core for the majority of the stuff that you do. Like you just need to play something that sounds and feels good that people like, and you need to be flexible and humble and just like
absolutely
willing to try different shit. So
absolutely.
It's really a simple instrument.
It really is, and you gotta like talking about chipping away. You gotta chip away a lot to get to that answer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, oh fuck, what have I been wasting my time for with these licks? You know, or whatever. Thankfully, though, I'll be honest. I think I had those years, but they were in high school.
Yeah, yeah.
It wasn't. I mean, honestly, I'm fucking so glad.
Yeah.
That I got it out of my system then, and then when I was actually held to some standard,
right?
You know, in an actual like professional aimed ensemble, or multiple of them. Yeah. You learn immediately. Like, oh, all that stuff I was practicing. It's fine. It's cool.
Yeah.
But you can't apply it that well.
It like almost never has a place.
I'm not going to say the name of this drummer.
Okay.
But this drummer is, and you and I'll tell you after. I'll mention his name after. They're amazing. There's just no doubt that they're fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
I can't play like this person. Watching them play it's beauty.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? But this particular drummer, for whatever reason, has their own band with their own name on it.
Huh.
And I always wondered, is it because this particular drummer could play exactly and do all the fucking crazy licks that this particular drummer wants to do, because nobody wants that in their music.
Right.
I always thought about that. Like, why are you not playing with so-and-so? You're so good. And I always wondered that. I always wondered, is that a prison or is that a choice?
Right, right.
You know? Like, are they like so fucking oblivious and lost, you know? And they're in a prison. They've imprisoned themselves. Or
a prison of notes.
A prison of just surrounded by bars of notes,
yeah.
Right? Or is it just like, no, I've done that, and this is what I want to do now.
Sure.
Either way, respect. I mean, you can't shit on the person at all.
Yeah.
I mean, but you might know who I'm talking about.
Maybe.
But anyway, I want to do some more playing. You sound great.
Okay.
Let's play a little bit.
I've got my broken cymbal here.
You got a broken Constantinople cymbal. Sounds fantastic.
I love this thing. This is like, it's broken in a couple spots here. I know there's a big crack around the bell, and I put some rivets near the edge, and I put some rivets.
But you know what, though? You probably make it sound good.
I love this thing. I love cymbals where you can play, full dynamic range. This thing sounds so good.
Yeah,
quiet.
you crashed that shit.
Yeah,
but it went away. It didn't stick around.
Yeah, hence that huge crack around the bell. So good.
Nice, man.
I mean, that's how I broke it.
Did you touch any of the drums?
No.
You didn't tune anything, right?
No.
Dude, I literally just put a new head and snares on that snare right there.
Yeah. Oh, I tightened the snare a tiny touch secretly.
That's totally cool, but it sounds really good.
Is this a Black Galaxy?
You sound good, of course.
Oh, thank you.
But I'm just stoked that the drums actually do sound, because I didn't really do much work on tuning. That's why I said if you want to tune them, but dude, it sounds fantastic.
Well, I'm the kind of person that is like, you can get a good sound out of anything.
Thank you.
You really I could have sat in front of like first act child-sized drums and been like, I'll get a sound out of this, no problem.
Groove percussion. Let's do this.
Yeah, I started on group percussion.
Did you?
Yeah. So
nothing wrong with that.
I have a Black Galaxy as well. They're pretty cool. But yeah, I'm a really firm believer that you can get a good sound out of anything. Like you can't let the gear hold you back.
And if you let the gear determine your value, that's another prison.
Yeah, very expensive.
Very expensive prison.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and I've been guilty of that for sure.
Oh man, yeah.
Let's play a little bit more, by the way.
Okay, yeah.
Let's play a little. Sorry, because God, you sounded so good. Let's do a little. Let's play together, and you just play what you feel, and I'll fill in.
Okay.
All right, whatever you're feeling.
Let's see. I haven't heard the drums yet, really.
All right, Matt, that was a fantastic jam. We got cut off there for a second though, but it's totally cool, dude. Thank you for being on. Dude,
Thank you for having me.
fuck it, this is a great episode. We're gonna definitely do another episode. It'll probably be over Zoom. Dude, I'm so happy to hear that you've been recording. You've been doing sessions, and then you're moving out to LA. So you're gonna you're gonna be doing more. You're the creative guy. I've always thought Matt's creating shit. He's
I love crafting tunes.
involved in creating stuff.
Yeah.
Like, that's great to hear that you're still doing it.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm
truly.
happy to be able to say that. Yeah. I'm lucky.
Dude, fantastic to know that. We're going to play you guys out with a little jam. And then, so thank you for listening. Please follow Matt. All the description, in the description, all the links in the description below. Please follow him and check out the music he's recorded and all that stuff. So, Matt, thank you again. Thank you, everybody. But done biz to you.
Well, I started the last one, so you start this one. Nice.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.